Look, I'm unstoppable. Forget your defense, nothing but an obstacle. Run it back, switch it up, call it audible. Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot, you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff, then I'll pass to my left while I'm looking to my right. Hit them right in the chest. It be looking like.
What's up, Titans fans? Xmas Titan fan here, and I'm here with your boy
Flame Douglas, often hated. What is it? Often hated, but never duplicated. There we go, man. Flame Douglas, man.
All right, and we got a special guest tonight. I'd like y'all to introduce. Go ahead and introduce yourself, man.
Yo, what's good, man? My name's Bam. Be Rich. Bam Rich, whatever you want to call me. Just a humble Titans fan. That's all. I'm glad to be here tonight. Well, I guess I'm a drummer too. I try to be anyway. I'm not really that good though, so don't believe all the hype. So,
man, you lying.
Shout out to
man.
Yeah, man. We're gonna talk about that tonight for sure.
Thank y'all, man. Thank you.
But this is the Titans Fan Battle Podcast, and we are part of the Fan Battle Network. Tonight we're going to talk about a couple different things. First off, obviously that's why we got you on the show, Bam. We want to know. Everybody wants to know exactly what the vibe was when you were talking with D-Hop. What'd you get from him? What'd you feel from him?
Bro, he was so chill and laid back, bro. He was like, man, like I just running into him was weird. Not weird in a bad way, but just like you wasn't expecting to be like, yo, that's deep. I'm just listening to them talk about you on the radio. I pulled up to my gig and he like really was like, they was talking about him being out and how he had a great visit. And I pull up to my gig and I was like, I left something in my car. So I'm like, I'm finna go back out there, and we literally like bump into each other.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm like, yo, D-Hop, what up, man? He was like, yo, what's good, bro? I was like, bro, how you like in the city? Whoop, whoop. He was like, bro, Nashville's a vibe, bro. He's like, man, I didn't even know y'all was living like this down here, bro. He's like, it's a whole vibe down here. I was like, bro, we need you down here. And he just laughed, man. It was like, bro, we're going to see what's up, man. We're going to see what's good. I was like, bro, nah, we for real need you in our room. Like, for real. Like, no cap. Like, we need you.
Yeah. I think I would have done the same thing in the same situation, but it sounds positive.
It did. His vibes was very like, he was a very organic guy, man. He was very he blended in like a normal person, like it was so crazy because everybody walking around him didn't know who he was because he was just blended in like he was a tourist. Like he wasn't trying to be all out in the open and whoop, whoop, whoop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
have all his boys with him.
Right. But me, I'm like, yo, that's D-Hop. Like that's that dude that they talking about on the radio right now. Like, all right, bet. I mean, I just took a chance for the team, man. I took a shot for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And look, I played my heart out that day, bro. Y'all thought I'd be going ham in the videos. I'm trying to play to get homie here. Like, yo, Music City is what's up. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, we appreciate that.
Hey, we appreciate all the recruitment, bro. We need
Hey, bro, I tried. I did everything I could, man. I'm like, man, bro, look, if you need me to grill for you, bro, I got you. Like, just let me know whatever you need, bro. Welcome to the South, bro.
Yeah. And honestly, I mean, if anybody, that watches my show on the regular, they know the way I feel about DeAndre Hopkins and how he's going to, you know what I mean? He's pretty much just picked, his spot already. And he just is kind of waiting it out. You know what I mean? He's a veteran.
Yeah, man. I honestly feel like if he come here, I think he knows, like, you know what I'm saying? Like him coming here, it's gonna be positive either way. It's gonna be positive in a way to where like he gets what he's looking for, or he's gonna help Traylon emerge. Yeah. One of the two. Like he's going, or it's just gonna be all around great. Because now everybody defense is gonna have. You know what is going? You remember like when they had that Fear the Four, when they had Julio, AJ, Tannehill, and Derek. Yeah. I think it'll kind of almost be the same thing, even though Traylon's gonna have to prove himself, but he'll be able to emerge more this year because you gotta account for DeAndre Hopkins every time.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Like then that'll give Chig room, it'll give Derek room, it'll be, Listen, man, I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't be surprised if he get here in the middle of the season. They start talking about extending Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah, honestly, you brought up a really great point there, and I think that you hit on a subject that I've been wanting to touch on. If DeAndre Hopkins does come here, it instantly makes Treylon Burks better, and the reason is because it takes the pressure off of him. He doesn't have to be number one anymore. They can either split the number one role, or he can be number one and number two. I mean, he can be the number two.
1A, 1B. 1A, 1B.
Okay. It's you don't have to be that.
I mean, it just simply goes simple as he really just opened up the field for him. I mean, listen, when Hopkins on the field, you have to account for that dude. I don't care.
Period.
I don't care if he in the slot. I don't care if he out deep. I don't care if he line up at tight end. If he on that field, a cornerback got to have his eye on him, and the safety might need the help too. That don't do nothing.
Bro.
And they don't do nothing but open up the side of the field for Treylon. So, man,
bro, look at my hands. My hands are pretty decent. You think I got like decent hands, right?
Yeah.
Bro, his hands are 4 times bigger than mine. I shook his hand. I felt like a little kid. I'm like, oh my God. Like, no, for real, bro. That dude's hands is massive.
That's what I heard.
That's how he get that ball.
They like glue. That's why he just catching everything.
Bro,
man.
his hands are massive, bro. It's like, dude, legit Peter Parker out here, Spidey hands. Like, bro, come on, man. You know, I almost felt like a female for a minute. I'm like, all right. His hands are just huge, bro.
Yeah.
but like I said, all in all, man, you know, his vibes was good. I think, like I said, if he comes here, that gives and he's got, you know, more history here, man. Like, he knows Tim Kelly. Tim Kelly knows how to utilize him. Tim Kelly knows, because his last year with Tim Kelly in 2019, he had an amazing year. So Tim Kelly and Mike Vrabel will know how to bring the best out of him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. All I can say is I hope Moran opened up the checkbook pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? They talking about they made offers and stuff. I hope they didn't go to him with no peanut butter and jelly, man.
Yeah,
and that's been our MO for years, man. Trying to lowball players. Listen, you know how bad we need this dude. Go on and pay him and get him on this team, man.
I'm telling you, man.
I hope with Rand, those days are over trying to lowball people, which Rand has came and paid some players. So hopefully them days is over. Drop the bag, Rand.
That's all you got to do is drop it. He going to show up. He going to show up, bro. Dude, he going to show up.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
He gonna show up, man. So, you know, I'm just kind of like, at this point, we need to solidify what our offense is gonna be. Even though we don't know, we know it's gonna be more tempo. We know it's gonna be more this, that. Man, look, listen, DeAndre Hopkins automatically gives us a better chance to win the division again.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
You know, I think we still got a chance without him to win it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I honestly think with the Jags schedule, they're not gonna be as fluent as people think they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They got a first place, bro. You got the Chiefs and you got the Bills and you got, you know, I mean, I'm not saying that it's a strong possibility, but it's a possibility they either gonna be fighting to get in the playoffs, depending on how they schedule go and health and everything like that, or they might not make it.
Possible.
Very possible. Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why as Titans, we got to do everything that we can do to capitalize. I mean, because the Jags are not solidified as the best team in this division. Even though they won the division last year, we knew it was some fluky shit.
Bro, listen, man, it took us 7 games to lose, bro. 7 games. We had been the division.
Games, bro. If we don't lose them 7 games, we're not talking about Jacksonville right now. We're not talking about Jacksonville in the playoffs. We might be talking about them getting Calvin really back. But, man, come on, man. Titans
not at all, bro. Not at all.
The best team in the division by far.
And listen, if we made it, if we crept into the playoffs, there's no telling what Josh Dobbs would have grew into the way he was flourishing in that offense, man. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah. And then with him being so new, they wouldn't even really knew how to game plan for Josh Dobbs in our offense last year.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like he really came in and did a great job for what he had. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? So you know,
definitely see a progression.
And we didn't have nothing
at all.
And we didn't have nothing. That's
at all. You know, I was kind of hoping that they gave him another opportunity this year. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he at least, I ain't gonna say we owed him that much, but he earned that much. Let me say that.
Man, listen, the Titans got him on speed dial. If anything go left, we got his number. He'll be back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that all depends on Will Levis and how that work out too. But hey, man, I bet the Titans. Hey, the Titans.
If that was the case, I don't think they would have let him go the first time. If they had it, I mean, of course, it is the season, but with him getting that backup job against Deshaun, that could go left at any time too, and he just be right there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean. It's just one of them things to where it's like you just really just kind of got to put it all together, man. And they just I think Rand has a plan. Him and Mike they're trying to put a plan together for the future, but they're also trying to win now if possible.
Yeah.
And it's a really hard line to walk, man, because you
gotta really
spend the money, but you gotta be careful how you spend your money.
And then nobody want to lose. You know what I'm saying?
At all, man. Mike Vrabel don't want to lose.
It's gonna kill all of us to lose. So we walk, like you said, we walking that thin line. We want to keep winning, but at the same time, we do have to start thinking about our future and the picks and all that. So, hey, man, either we gonna retool or we gonna rebuild. But right now, I think we retool and we going on another run to win this division, man.
Yeah, the way that they got this thing set up, I don't think I'm not going to say ever, but the way that they setting it up from the look of it, they're not going to have to rebuild. They're just going to continue to retool and you know what I'm saying? It don't look like a complete, okay, we finna be back to 2-14 Titans again.
Exactly. I was going to say, so we're not going to have to go all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, not between Vrabel and Rand and the talent that they've got. You know what I'm saying? I believe, even next year, if they get rid of Tannehill, the team is still going to be competitive.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of one of them things to where, you really just kind of got to look at it from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? Okay, they're not going back to the Titans of who they were. They still going to be punch you in the mouth Titans. It's just, players going to need reps. Players going to need this, that, and the next. Are we going to keep, even though Derek's getting older, his production is still what his production is, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's my struggle with, okay, if he come out this year and have 1,800 yards, 2,000 yards, what you gonna do then?
Hey, stuck between a rock and a hard place, man.
I mean, and I think the same thing with Tannehill, bro. If he walk out, if he walks out this year a free agent, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't. But it's all going to depend on where we are in the playoffs, or how that run goes,
and how he performs in the playoffs.
Absolutely, because like I said, I see D-Hop. If D-Hop come here, I ain't gonna say an automatic 10, but our schedule is favorable for us to win 10.
Yeah, for sure,
or more. You know what I'm saying? How many do you think we need to get into the playoffs? That's the question.
How many do we need to get in the playoffs?
Yeah,
9.
I think
9 to get in the playoffs.
I got us at a soft 9. We going over the season predictions later on, but I think 9 is all we would need in this division to go to the playoffs.
Okay, now here's the thing: we ain't gonna be our playoff picture ain't gonna start looking not interesting, but it's not gonna be really there until our season games, our playoff division games are in not playoff divisions, but our conference games are in the middle of the season.
Yeah. So so what you're saying, we're not really gonna know what the playoff picture is gonna look like to about week 14, 15. It's gonna be we're gonna be cutting it close.
I think the only people that we play consistently is the Colts.
Yep, we got the Colts.
We roll the Colts, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
6-1 against the Colts, so I've got us.
And this year, I think we should eat them for lunch. Now, here's my thing. Okay, if I'm calling the AFC South, I'm gonna do this. I think we should sweep Houston with a new quarterback with a healthy Tannehill. I think we'll either split with Jacksonville or sweep Jacksonville, and we should sweep the Colts.
Definitely, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Does that sound doable to y'all? Does that sound about right to y'all? Or
hey, that sound about. I mean, we kind of skipping ahead. We got the season. We gonna go over the schedule a little later. And
my bad, y'all. My bad. I'm just kind of
No.
just.
You good.
You're good.
But what I'm saying is you exactly right on. Like as I look at it, yeah, it sound about right. It sound about what I'm thinking. What about you, Max?
I got us kind of splitting the Texans.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah.
You think Stroud gonna get that sweet that quick?
I got
CJ Stroud. I got a lot of faith in CJ Stroud.
All right, so check this out. Let me tell you why he would get us at the end of the year is because they probably resting our starters to play in the playoff.
Hey, hopefully that's the case.
Hey,
but I do have them. I do have us splitting with Houston also, though. I got, like you said, I got us splitting with Houston. Splitting with Houston, sweeping the Colts, and splitting with Jacksonville. And the only game I have us winning with Jacksonville is the home games.
That's gonna be kind of weird, right there, boy.
Man, this is gonna be a weird season for us. I'm telling you, we don't know what to expect. I mean, we got all these young.
They don't know what to expect with us either, though.
True. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you get D-Hop. If you get D-Hop, that changes the whole. I think Tim has changed his whole offense. If I be honest with y'all, I think Tim is really changing his whole offense.
Yeah, and see,
illusional.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's probably a AFC South team that's hating, but it's all
right, man. Tell him to go sit in his water head down somewhere, man. Go sit down somewhere, bro.
Tighten up,
here with that. Yeah, come in here, tighten up, bro. Before we tighten you up.
Oh, he must be a Jag fan. That's
gotta be.
Thank you
gonna sweep the Jag.
Come on, bro. We've been sweeping the Jags for years, bro.
Y'all barely, bro. Listen, man. Hold up, man. Let's just put these facts out here, bro. Bro, y'all barely made it in, bro. Let's just talk about that. If it wasn't for that little BS call y'all got, bro, y'all wouldn't even went to the playoffs, bro.
It wasn't a fumble.
Come on, bro.
Even Jag fans admit it wasn't a fumble.
Man, it was
right, man.
And listen, for us to even be in that situation, we were beating y'all in the fourth quarter.
Come on, bro.
Home. Bro, y'all not that.
Y'all not built like that, bro.
Oh, man, they know that.
Y'all not.
That's why I let them get their little season. Y'all won a division. Y'all only done won like twice in 10 years, bro. Like
in 14 years playing. Let's see what y'all record gonna look like this year, bro. And I want to make sure you come back after we halfway through the season, so we can actually try your face, bro. Don't even worry about it, bro.
Hey, Clarence gonna be ghost.
Man, we gonna have you on the show more often, man.
For sure, we need this.
Yeah, bro. I'm with that, bro. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm with that, bro. Because they be on that rah-rah like it's just like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of trolling that go on, man.
Right, man. They sitting over here like Trevor Lawrence look like the dude off Shrek, man. The little dude, the little prince off Shrek. Come on, man.
I don't disagree with him there, but
Brian Chubby Bear says Stroud is the most accurate quarterback out of the draft. Lots of raw talent on the Texas squad. Listen, I'm gonna be the first, like bro said, like Max said, Stroud was actually my favorite quarterback coming out the draft.
I was praying we got him. I was excited to get him.
Yeah. I did like him over Bryce Young, and I liked him better than Will Levis for sure, and even over Richardson. So. Hey, I like Stroud, but the Texans, come on, man. Y'all not going to be nothing.
Here's the thing, though. It's going to take at least 2 years to develop that.
Exactly.
It's going to take, now, Clarence left the chat. It's going to take at least a year or two to develop Stroud because, see, that's the thing. You're putting a lot of pressure on him real quick. And when you're going up against people like Jeffrey Simmons who earning his money now, yeah, all right.
Now, since we on the quarterback topic, Max, we going, our first topic of the night today is actually Malik Willis versus Will Levis. So, it's time to compare those two and see where we stand with those two. How you feel about the Malik Willis versus Will Levis thing, man?
I see Malik progressing. I see my man as I see Will Levis as Ryan Tannehill's son. If you really look at him, they look so much alike, bro. That's his daddy, man. That's why they drafted that man, because Ryan Tannehill is that dude's sad daddy. That's his illegitimate son. That's why they drafted that dude. But man, I think if he gets his emotions under control, like I don't know, man. I really, it's just gonna take us to see what it looked like in preseason, because he may come out there and actually ball. Malik know the fire that he's under. Now, if Malik comes out here and ball, I don't see the problem with having 3 quarterbacks that can, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then 2 of them young. So
that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of going to be like, all right, whoever going to be a dog out here, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's a good problem that we're having right now.
Yeah,
that's a good problem. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't know. I wasn't a Levis fan even after going. Like I said, bro, he's literally Ryan Tannehill 2.0.
Yeah.
He's literally. If you look at his makeup, his build, he a little bit more muscular than him. But it's like, all right, cool. They're gonna develop a younger Tannehill.
Yeah. That's exactly what I thought when
they're gonna develop a younger Tannehill, man. So I can't say that it's not gonna work. I'm not gonna say that it is gonna work. I'm gonna say that I mean, honestly, we just need to see what this season gonna look like first. If we see, you know, and again, these are the Titans, so they give us heart attacks every Sunday.
For sure.
So you know what I'm saying? They literally give us heart attacks every Sunday. So it's kind of like at this point, like, all right, cool. Which way are we going? Yeah. Which way are we moving? Which way is this going? And which way is that going? So every week is going to look like something different. Every week is going to look like something, you know, that we're not expecting. But again, with Tim Kelly changing the offense, how much of this is going to be run first?
Right, true. Yeah.
Are they still going to be trying to get Derek his numbers? How do we feel about Tajay Spears coming in on Thursday? Like, it's so many different variables to this offense that nobody knows, that we could really shock the whole. You know what I'm saying? We could really have a 2019 offense again.
Yeah, we might be scoring 35 again. Never know.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
I know. You was talking about some stats. Those 2 quarterbacks had some stats in college. Max, what you thinking about the Malik Willis and Will Levis comparisons or competition?
Well, I mean, if you're going based on stats alone, I hate to say it, Will Levis fans, but Malik Willis blows him out of the water in stats. Of course, now you have to keep in mind he went to Liberty, where Will Levis went to UK, where he's playing the SEC. Liberty, right. Not even sure what division that is. So, you know, I mean, you got to take that into account.
They're not even on late night ESPN, like the 1 o'clock in the morning game.
That's what I'm saying. So, I mean, you got to take that into account.
Now, for sure, you got to take that. But you also got to take into account that, I mean, Malik Willis did go, you know, to an SEC school before he went to Liberty. So he does have that talent, though. So, I mean.
Yeah, he went to Auburn and he got a couple shots.
Yeah, but last year he just looked like he was just so lost in the hand. He
was definitely lost. He was definitely lost.
I agree with that, and I think a lot of it is perspective, you know, and I think that's where everybody's getting all hyped up right now about Malik Willis and the OTAs and how great he's been doing in practices or whatever, that he had a great day or a great couple days at the end, and Levis had a bad day and threw like 3 interceptions or something like that. Everybody started flipping out, but it's the expectation. It's because last year we saw Malik Willis get thrown in. We all knew when we drafted him he's a 2 to 3 year project. He's never supposed to see the field his first year. He got thrown out there because of injury and crap. Otherwise, he would have never saw the field. You know what I mean? So you got to keep that in mind. And then you see the progression from year to year. You know, that's what you're supposed to see, is the progression from year to year. And Will Levis is a rookie. He's going to make rookie mistakes. But the point I tried to make earlier with a guy was, if this trend continues throughout training camp, then it becomes a storyline at that point, because then it becomes who really is quarterback number 2. do you go with Will Levis just because you gave more draft capital, or do you know what I mean, or do you just how does that all play out? You know what I'm saying?
I think you go with Malik, man, because Malik has what Levis don't have, and that's actual NFL experience. That's actual tempo of the game. He's seen how fast it is. You know what I'm saying? And you know, one thing I wanted to interject too was I don't think, the more I think about it, even though I blame him for a lot, I think Ryan Tannehill's downward spiral came from Todd Downing.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know, let's see him with a new OC this year. Let's see what he's looking like.
I think the whole offense downward spiral came from Todd Downing. I think it was the offensive line, the receivers, the whole offense. Todd Downing was responsible for our whole decline last year. But how I feel about the Malik Willis versus Will Levis, and I'm gonna be all the way honest. Some Titans fans ain't gonna like this. I don't think Malik Willis is good at all. Honestly, bro, I don't think he's ever gonna be an NFL quarterback.
And I can understand why you say that.
I know that's harsh, but so far I haven't seen anything that gives me hope that he's gonna be a normal pocket passer that still can run. Like he didn't go through his projections last year. He didn't show me that he had the skills to be a normal NFL quarterback last year. So, like, my confidence in Malik Willis is like absolute zero. And I also feel like, yeah, he might be on the roster now, but I don't think the Titans real confident in Malik Willis. It's a reason they brought in Josh Dobbs last year and let him play them 2 games. It's a reason we just drafted a quarterback.
Yeah, bro, because they saw how fast, how undeveloped he was. And again, but you got to look at this too. That's a J-Rod project.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, J-Rod responsible for a lot of this shit.
You know what I'm saying?
We got to clean up. But them bringing in Josh Dobbs showed me they wasn't real confident in Malik. And
did you see how fast the offense turned around with Josh Dobbs?
It was like that, bro. It was like that. Like, man, bro, I had no confidence he would even make a touchdown drive. Like, I didn't even have confidence he would take us down the field and get us in field goal range. And he did in a lot of games. Like, his best game was probably the Chiefs game, and that was because Derrick Henry had it going a little bit, and the offense was kind of moving.
Derrick and Chig, yeah. And the thing is, they didn't know how to play him. You know, it's almost like playing backyard ball with him. You know what I'm saying? It's like playing backyard ball.
It's damn near he just being more athletic than you. Basically, he just beating you athletically.
Exactly. And the thing is with that, here's the crazy part about it. We still almost beat the Chiefs.
Man, we should have won that game, bro. I'm still mad we didn't win that game. But I ain't
gonna say politics, man, but when you're going up against Pat, bro, that's you're almost going up against Spider-Man. Bro.
And then they were still mad about how we kicked their ass the year before at the stadium.
Right. Go ahead, bro.
I was just going to say, Flame brought up a great point there, and I think it kind of got glazed over real quick. But Vrabel's love and stubbornness for his players. We saw that last year between Dennis Daly and Dylan Radins. You cannot convince me that anybody on the squad wasn't better than Dennis Daly.
Dennis Daly, bro. Like, it pissed me off every time we ran Dennis Daly on the field, bro, because he was clearly the worst player on the offensive line. But every time it was time to play football, we jogged his ass on out there, bro. That shit pissed me off.
I think with that, man, I honestly feel with that, it's kind of like, man, that's a tough one, bro, because I genuinely feel like Dylan was finna take that job. I feel like Dylan was finna take that job had he not gotten hurt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know if Mike couldn't find nobody else in waivers. I'm surprised he didn't go suit up himself at times and try to go take that. You know,
it would have been better,
bro.
You know,
it was so bad. I said, man, fuck it. Put Jeffrey Simmons on the line.
Man, like, you probably would have been straight, bro. You probably would have been fucking straight.
Bro, let Jeffrey Simmons block somebody, bro. It was that bad watching Dennis Daly play football, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, bro.
And then,
but you know the scary part about all this, bro? if the Titans would have found a way to sneak into the playoffs, Mike Vrabel probably would have found a way to win some unexpected stuff, bro.
Bro, that's the thing. That's the
Absolutely.
thing. We could have beat a lot of them teams, bro. We just like the Jags. The Jags beat the Chargers in the playoffs. We just played the Chargers like 3-4 weeks ago, and we damn near beat them. They beat us on some fluky ass shit. We had one of our backup corners in. They
But
threw that
then,
last.
okay, cool. Now we got Josh Dobbs who coming in on a high, starting to understand the offense. You know what I'm saying? Getting some good reps in, and the more he does it, the more he's getting camaraderie with Traylon and everybody else, and we trying to find a way to get healthy again. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a whole lot better of a get. You know, I just can't. Again.
But
it's hard to look back, man. It's
hard, bro.
It'll
break your heart, bro. It'll break your heart, bro.
It really will.
Truth be told, I'm still hurt about the Cincinnati game from 2 years ago. But you know,
bro, I couldn't believe that, bro. I just could not believe. Like that was just like leaving that stadium, that cold, paying that much for them tickets, watching Derek. We should have won that game off Derek's entrance alone, bro.
I didn't even want to ride past the stadium for 2 weeks. Like it was
bad,
that,
bro.
It was that bad, bro. For
I
real.
get it, bro.
Even my job was worried about me. They called me. It was like, hey, man, if you need to take a day off, you know, let us know.
Bro, it was bad, bro. I could not believe when he threw that intercept. I was like, bro.
All 3 of them, bro. The first play of the game, the one where dude tipped it up when we was damn near finna score. He tips it and
I'm like Tanny, like, bro, what is wrong with like? And then you know,
speaking on finishing up the quarterback thing, I don't believe in Malik Willis. I think we need to rock it out with Tannehill as long as we can, and hopefully, depending on what we see preseason and OTAs and camp and mini camp and from Will Levis, I'm hoping he'll be our new franchise quarterback. But we need to rock it out with Tanny, man. Tanny,
bro. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, man. If we get D-Hop, if we mess around and get D-Hop, and we and Tannehill start getting good numbers, quick, and this offense start clicking, I'm telling you, bro. You listen to 104.5 in the morning and the it's gonna be a whole different conversation. Do you extend Tannehill? What do you do? Or do you just give it to Will? You know what I'm saying? Because
man, listen, I'm one of the people who've been supporting Tannehill since he been here. I feel like dude ain't done nothing but ball. You know,
bro,
only thing I feel he did is jack it in the playoffs, which that game we were just talking about. But other than that, man, that dude been the perfect quarterback for us.
But I'm gonna tell you what it is too. He had an OC that he rocked with too, though, bro. That makes so much of a difference, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Scheme matters huge.
Todd Downing called one good game drunk. That was it.
That Packers game.
That Packers game, bro. After that, it's like, all right, bro. You know, it's like they let the ball fly. You know what I'm saying? They let the ball fly. So it's just kind of like one of them things where, like, okay, this year, and see, I watched that game that Tim Kelly was calling when he was in Houston, where they carved us up pretty good. We still won, but Tim Kelly was letting that ball fly. So it's like
100 passing yards on us, man.
I'm telling you, bro, with Daniel Mills, bro, you got that many yards with Daniel Mills, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point.
I mean, hopefully D-Hop, man. I'm surprised what that offer is ain't came out yet.
Yeah, it'll be out soon.
You know, because I'm just trying to figure out who else is gonna go after him, and are the Titans, or at least they gonna give the Titans an opportunity to match the offer, if it's that. You know what I'm saying?
I sure hope we can pull D-Hop in, because dude is definitely a legend.
What would you give him?
I say a good 12-13 million a year.
I say start at 10 and just see where you fall from there.
Yeah. See, I said 10, but I said that's gonna be competitive right there. Other teams gonna offer him 10. I feel like we're gonna have to pay him a little bit more just to get him in Nashville. And I feel like that's how we gotta do with all free agents.
I ain't gonna fuck around. I'll give you $15 million.
Give him 15.
I give 15 million a year. Come on, man. Sign a 2-year contract with us for $30 million. Come on,
listen,
baby.
I feel like the Titans got to do that without free agents, bro. Nashville is not a destination city. It's getting there, but
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
It's getting there, but come on, bro. Be honest, for black players, it's not.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I mean, and I'm telling you this. Look, let me tell you why I'm saying this. Let me tell you why I'm saying this, because I'm a musician and I work downtown all the time. Okay. Downtown is like Nashville is a melting pot, bro. Downtown is a whole different, like, not even just downtown. The city itself is just you know what I'm saying? You don't know how many celebs is here, bro. You don't know how many, like, it's slick for it city to be, bro.
And see, I really don't know how NFL players view our city. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I kind of say that. Like, even though we just showed Hopkins a hell of a time, like, does he really want to live in Nashville?
I mean, like he said, the man told me Nashville's a vibe. I didn't know y'all was living like that down here. So a lot of people don't know what we got to offer.
I hope he truly meant that, because I have been to Houston. And that's a hell of a city. Now that's a
vibe, bro. Houston's a vibe.
But I mean, different strokes for different folk. You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, but he born bred Houston. So I mean, he still got a house up there. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like that's gonna be like, okay, while you away from home, do you want to stay where you're? You know what I'm saying? I mean, that man could go home on a 2-hour flight, an hour and a half flight, and be there in 2 hours.
Yeah, you're right.
He ain't far. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't really missing nothing because he ain't far.
He ain't missing nothing at all, bro. He ain't missing nothing at all. And down here, he's still gonna have a great, you know, he's gonna be in a thriving city. Who gonna love, you know what I'm saying? Especially if he get in here and ball out, bro. I'm trying to tell you, man, like,
DeAndre Hopkins jerseys in Nissan Stadium for sure.
Bro, they finna eat that, bro. But that man gonna be sitting up in New England eating clam chowder? What?
He don't want to go up there. Bro.
Nah, he's a Southern man.
All right, that's what I'm saying, bro.
I mean, Clemson, yeah, I mean, just next door, South Carolina. Hopefully this it, man. This it.
I hope so, bro. It's just the suspense, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm gonna be heartbroken if he don't. I ain't gonna lie.
He gonna drag it on, so y'all be prepared. We might not hear who he going to for another month.
I'm gonna be a little heartbroken if he don't. And I ain't gonna say I am, but it's just kind of like,
it's just gonna be like, damn, it's gonna be a bummer.
We still gonna need another receiver.
We still listen. Yeah. Whether he come or not, we need another receiver. And I don't know who's else out there, and I don't think it's nobody. Was definitely nobody on his level. So, I mean, it's a chance. It's damn near like a chance that we got to take, and it's something we really need. Like,
I hope Amy's just like, look, y'all do whatever y'all got to do to get that boy here.
And listen, that's the same thing they say she said about AJ, but John Robb made a dumbass move. But hey,
bro,
for another.
As you can tell, bro, like Vrabel's body language told that he did not want that to happen, bro.
Now listen,
and I think that was the beginning of the end for him and J-Rob. I think that was the beginning of the end.
Me and Max talked about it on we talked about it on another one of our shows. It looked like John Robinson was ready to choke. I mean, Vrabel was ready to choke John Robinson, man.
Well, he had to get himself together. And look, I read in the Vrabel. I posted a picture of me and Vrabes I was at a show and he was there. Bro, Vrabes ain't no small dude, bro.
Big dude, yeah.
No, for real, like Vrabes, I wouldn't even want to get into no fight with Vrabes like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I got a picture with Vrabes, and that's a big dude.
Bro, Vrabes look like he'd beat your ass, bro. Like, for real, like, and his mentality is just how he is as a coach. It carries in his aura as a man.
He got that
real strong. Like, he's got that. Like, he's a real life Stone Cold Steve Austin, bro.
Yeah.
That is his mentality. That's his aura. That's his, like, okay.
Well, you want to ride this, bro. He likes to actually get physical in the practices.
Yeah, bro. But if you think about it, bro, that's how the Titans play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a whole mentality.
It's a whole Stone Cold Steve Austin team. Like, we finna come be the Outlaws. We finna beat you up. Like, we finna, like, throw you around. You know what I'm saying? You finna leave out of here all busted up. So it's just kind of like one of them things, man. I just pray this year we get Cincinnati for what I hope we don't hurt them real bad.
Yeah, for sure. That's one team we need to step on because they've been. But it's about time we move to our legend segment, Max. We've been going for a little minute. We gotta speak on these legends, man. Tell Bam about our legend segment.
Yeah, man. Once a week we do a legend segment where we pick one offensive, one defensive legend from back in the day. Try to educate the young Titans fans that don't know, or maybe some bandwagon fans that jumped on, which is fine. Right. We love all fans. Hey, come on, bring them on. You know what I mean? But at least educate yourself about the team that you're rooting for now. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So let's see. I think I'm going to go first this week.
Go ahead.
My choice was Kyle Vandenbosch.
KBD.
Kyle Vandenbosch, if nobody knows, was this man right here. He was a very scary man. He used to put in red contact lenses.
I'm about to say, bro, he looked so high, bro. Like, what are you smoking?
That is the good right there. But no, you see his stats there on the bottom of the screen. He started every single game he played, 74. Pass defenses 6, forced fumbles 14, fumble recovery 3, sacks 38.5. Solo tackles, not total, solo 188, and had 47 tackles for loss. That man was in the backfield as much as the quarterback was.
That man was a monster, man.
It was a beautiful thing to watch. He was he played his first 4 years in Arizona, and I think he only amassed like 4 sacks in his first 4 years at Arizona. I don't know what they were doing at Arizona, but they screwed up because we got him in 2005, and he went off for 12.5 sacks that year. Yeah. Went to the Pro Bowl that year. He went to the Pro Bowl 3 different times. He had another season with 12.5 sacks. Mm-hmm. I mean, the man is just a monster.
He working, man. They're working.
Yeah.
And nowadays, you can find him doing the post game show for the Arizona Cardinals currently.
Okay. Shout out to Calvin Bosch.
KVB, true legend, brother.
Shout out to Cal Vandenbosch, man. He was definitely one of my favorite defensive players because
man.
So this week
he had a motor, dude. Go ahead.
So this week I had to pick an offensive player this week, and Titans didn't have that many offensive legends, man. But I had to go ahead and pick. I guess I can say the best since AJ Brown gone. I can say this is probably the best wide receiver we drafted that actually stayed with the Titans. Had a bit. Yeah, he stayed 8 years, longer than AJ Brown. Yeah, I mean. So my legend of this week is Derek Mason. Shout out Derek Mason, man. Derek Mason was a beast.
D Mason.
That ball, man. So if you can see his stats at the bottom, man, he had 453 receptions for 6,114 yards with 37 TDs, man. And go along with receiving the ball, he was also a special teams genius. I mean, he played punt returns and kick returns. He had 188 punt returns for 1,590 yards. Man, then on kick return, 156 returns for 3. Hold on, I said that wrong. He had 182 returns for 1,590 yards and 2 touchdowns. Beast. Total yards, 7,716 yards. Monster. I didn't put the punt return yards in there, but I can see you did, Max. And that came out to 11,202 yards. Monster.
Super beast, bro.
Monster. Shout out to D Mace, man. He went to Baltimore and had a good run too. They used him pretty good. Then I think he went to like the Texans and he died off. But shout out D Mace, man. Definitely a Titans legend.
He still is the all-purpose yards leader for the Ravens.
Really? Wow.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look. I really want to thank you, man. I got a rehearsal I got to get to for the show I got on Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Man,
Hey,
thank y'all so much, man, for allowing me to come, like, and invite me anytime. I'll be more than happy to be here. We finna see what's going on. Hopefully, I run into a few more Titans. Hopefully, I run back into D-Hop again. You know what I'm saying? But I want to thank y'all from the bottom of my heart for being so welcoming, so warming, you know what I'm saying, and accepting me as a Titans Nation fan. You feel me? That's what it is. We
absolutely.
bleed blue, baby. We bleed blue over here, bruh. We
Yes, sir,
bleed
man.
That's right.
blue.
We
That's
appreciate
right.
you jumping on
Nah,
with
for
us,
sure, man.
man.
Anytime, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, Bam. Shout
All
out
right,
to
man.
Bam. Shout out to
Yeah,
Bam Rich,
man.
man.
Thank you for stopping by, Bam. That was so awesome, man. If y'all want to stick around a little bit after the fan interaction, right before we get off, I'm going to show a little clip of Bam playing the drums. It really impressed me. I mean, dude is fire. If y'all don't know who he is, you need to check him out.
He's a legend in his own with on them drums, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yes, sir.
So, you want to do our predictions, man?
Yeah, we can move into predictions, man. So we went through me and Max, man, we went through the whole schedule. We looked at every game and made a prediction. And, we both got, season predictions at the end. Let's see what we at. So I'll go first, man. I started off, I didn't do preseason. Who cares about preseason? You know what I'm saying? I just want to see us getting better in the preseason. I want to see the young players playing and all that junk. But, okay, first game, New Orleans, I got us winning. Second game, Los Angeles Chargers, I got us losing. At Cleveland, I got us losing. Cincinnati, I want us to win the game so bad, but I got us losing. At the Colts, y'all know I hate no team like I hate the Colts. I got us winning. I got us beating the Colts, man. Baltimore in London. That's going to be a hell of a game. Everybody got to wake up at 6, 7, 8 in the morning, get ready for this game. I hate Baltimore, but I got us losing that game too. Atlanta Falcons. We get to face who was our old offensive coordinator? Arthur Smith. We get to see old Arthur Smith, man. I got us beating Arthur Smith and giving him an old L in Atlanta. And when Atlanta come to Nashville, so that's a win. Thursday night football at Pittsburgh. Should be a good game. Pittsburgh been pulling that out of the collars for years. I got us finally beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. I see a big defensive game from us in that game. I see Jeffrey Simmons doing his thing. I see Archery doing his thing. I see Artie Key doing that thing. We're going to be on their quarterback ass that game. At Tampa Bay, I got us lose. I gave us an L. At Jacksonville, I gave us another L. We're going to beat Jacksonville, just not at Jacksonville. Carolina, Bryce Young, we coming for your ass. That's why I got us winning. Indianapolis again, win. Sweep. Get your brooms out. We sweeping the Colts. Monday Night Football at Miami. I don't know if Tua going to be the quarterback. I don't know. But we play well on primetime. Vrabel usually have us ready to go on primetime games. I got us a win there. Houston and Nashville. CJ Stroud, you going down. That's a dub. Seattle, man, we never play good against Seattle. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. I got Seattle coming and beating us. At Houston, I said we'll split with the Texans. I got a loss there. Then last game, Jacksonville in Nashville. We're going to get the dub. That should be a game that's going to determine some playoff seeding. That might be a win and end game. So I got us winning. So in all, I got the Titans finishing the season 9-8. I hope we do better than that. But come on, Titans fans, we got to be realistic. We don't know who's going to be our quarterback right now. We don't know who's going to be a receiver. We don't know if we're going to have D-Hop. We don't know. So we just got to go with what we do know. We do know we're going to have a good, decent defense. We don't know how our offense is going to perform. We don't know how it's going to look with Tim Kelly being the offensive coordinator. We just a lot of stuff we don't know right now. So we got to be realistic. I got us 9-8. What about you, Max?
I'm optimistic.
Okay. That's a good way to look at it.
Look, man, our first game's against the Saints. As you said, I got that one as a W. I hate trends because the last 3 years in a row, the Titans have lost the first game of the season. And then we've gone on to have pretty darn good, well, except for last season, We've gone on to have pretty darn good seasons. We lost the first game of the season. But this year I have us win in the first game of the season. Chargers, I've got an L on that one. The Browns, don't see Deshaun Watson and all that. I mean, the Browns are the Browns. I've got that as a win. Yeah. Bengals, it stings me to say it, but I got that as a W. I mean, excuse me, an L, because until we beat them, I'm just going to keep saying we're gonna lose to them until we prove otherwise. Mm-hmm. The Colts, well, you're the Colts, so yeah, we're gonna win that. Ravens in London. They actually have a short week that week, and they have to fly to London. So I think fatigue might actually help us in that game, and I think that one gives us an extra W.
Okay, that's a good point, man.
I agree with you that we finally stamp on the Steelers. The Bucks, I've got that one as a W as well.
You skipped Atlanta.
No!
Atlanta after Baltimore.
You're right. Atlanta I have as a win.
Okay.
Against Arthur Smith, obviously. I think that one's going to be a good offensive battle, but I don't think Desmond Ridder is I don't think he's there yet. So There we go. Let's see. The Bucks I had as a W because they're going to be terrible this year, I think. Just bottom line. I just think they're going to be awful. The Jaguars, first meeting, I have as a loss.
Okay. I agree.
I hate to say that. I really do, because I hate the Jaguars, but right now, I just got it. Yeah.
We just gotta be realistic, like I said.
Yep. And the Panthers I've got as a W because Bryce Young is short and he's not going to be a good quarterback. Nobody wants to listen to me on that on the Twitter or on Facebook. God, I said that like an old person.
They're gonna see. They're gonna see that.
Yeah, man. I mean, first practice, he doinked one off the offensive lineman's helmet. So I mean, it's y'all will see in the game. The Colts after the Panthers, the Colts, we win. The Dolphins, this one's gonna surprise people because we're gonna lose.
Wow.
Yeah, the Dolphins, I think, are going to be an excellent team this year. I think with Tua, Tyreek Hill.
They got Jalen Ramsey now too.
I was going to say they got a lot of firepower offensively and defensively. They've got a good head coach. It's got a good mind on him. I really feel like Miami might be a dark horse team this year.
Hey, and I agree with you about how good Miami going to be, but I'm going to tell you why I picked we're going to win that game, because every year we win a game we had no business winning, and it gets us all hyped up and make us think we're going to the Super Bowl. That's the game I got that's going to do that. That's the game I got.
Yeah, well, all I got to say to this one right here is Tannehill's 6-1 against the Colts. Yeah.
Look at Josh.
Suck it. All right. Anyway, as I continue, the Texans, first meeting, we're going to win that game. Then we got the Seahawks. We're going to win that game too. I don't feel like Russell Wilson's got it in him anymore. Or, excuse me, Geno Smith. I don't think Geno Smith is that good. Yeah. I just don't believe in it. Pete Carroll, everybody, it's a college thing. I don't. Sorry, I just don't have that much faith in the Seahawks. Second time we meet the Texans is going to be a loss. I've got a splitting with the Texans. I hate to say that, but I just think that's the way it's going to be. I think C.J. Stroud later in the season is going to be a little bit more polished. He's going to be a little bit better, and I think we're probably going to lose that game. So, and then the Jags, the last game of the season. Like you said, man, I'm trying to be realistic and not be a homer. So I've got a loss.
Okay.
The Jags sweep the Titans this year.
That hurt.
Yeah, I know that really hurts, you know.
That hurt.
But you know, at least we're not the catfish, though. You know, Colts.
At least we're not the Colts. Yeah,
that's right. Colts are the bottom feeders of the AFC South. Everybody knows that. We'll talk later. We'll talk later about that, Josh.
Josh, I always trying to bet, man. Well, I've been winning bets against Josh for years.
I'll gladly.
But he had beat me a couple times, so we went with this couple profile picture bets. But we've been. We got that broom on them last year, and them boys did not like that at all. Tell them, Josh.
Oh, look at this. This is what he said earlier. I just didn't put it up.
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah. Yeah. Not sweep 3 straight seasons.
We definitely
3 straight seasons.
We definitely sweeping them again.
Yeah. Sorry, man.
We definitely sweeping them.
Anyway, if you paid attention and we're keeping count, that's 11-6 is what I got us at. I got us at 11 wins. So at that, we're in the playoffs. I think that you know that's.
I would be more than happy with 11-6. I got us at 9-8, but I would be way more than happy with 11-6. So
yeah, I think there's a couple winnable games in scheme. I think we're gonna like I like to say, smash mouth with a little bit of razzle dazzle. I think is just gonna, exactly. Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm talking about, man. You know, back in the day when, Tannehill, as long as he's got enough, he's proven that he can spread the ball out. He can get the ball out. As long as you block him for just enough time, which doesn't take very long in the NFL, especially with Tannehill. He's proven it, man. We've seen it happen. We know we've got an improved offensive line. We know we've got. If we get D-Hop, then that's it. But we've already got, like we've said before, a lot of pass catchers this offseason. We've improved our offense, in my opinion, and our defense has just gotten a lot better because of Harold Landry. Oh, yeah. So, and I don't know. I just feel like we're coming strong this year, and that's just the way I feel. So.
Yeah. So I guess we need to move on to our fan question of the week.
Yeah, man.
Before we get off of this thing, our fan question of the week comes from Frankie Hammond. Shout out to Frankie Hammond for the question, man. That was a hell of a question too.
Two-part question.
Yeah, it's a 2-part question, and both parts are good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It says, what will Farley's role be this year, and who do you see on the O-line who can take a big step forward this year?
Okay. I'll jump on that one first.
Go for it.
Caleb Farley. Man, I got so much high hopes for Caleb Farley. I really want this guy to be worth that first-round pick we use for him. Like, when it comes to, like, intangibles, the guy got the speed, the size. You know, coming out of college, they said he had the IQ, but, he hasn't shown it yet. He's been beat up a lot, back surgeries, he's been hurt, and when he was on the field, he just didn't look like he had no clue what he was doing. He was getting burned, Mike Vrabel ripping his ass. Man, listen, I want Caleb Farley to be good, but I can honestly not tell you what is going to happen with Caleb Farley because we got players that's better than Caleb Farley is playing on the field. And at this point, we can't afford to throw Caleb Farley out there and let him cost us touchdowns. So, like, as bad as we want Caleb Farley to be good, I don't think he'll ever amount to the first-round draft pick we spent on him. Hopefully, he can come in and give us some depth at cornerback behind Bunting, Fulton, McCreary, and the rest of the group of corners. Hopefully, he can give us some depth where he can get on the field, make some plays. But honestly, Titans fans, we need to just kind of let Farley go. He's not gonna be the cornerback we want him to be. We drafted him to be a shutdown, speedy corner, almost like Jalen Ramsey. But he's not going to be a Jalen Ramsey, y'all. Sorry. That was one of J-Rob's, bum picks that he dropped the ball on, And hopefully, for the most part, what I say for the most thing for Caleb Farley, let's just hope he stays healthy. If he stays healthy, that gives him more chance to be on the field so we can actually see what he can do. If he stays beat up, He's just gonna drift away, and we'll never know what Caleb Farley can do. So, as far as getting on the field, let's just hope he stays healthy. From what I heard, he's getting he's getting healthy where he's gonna be on the field a little more. Let's just hope that continues. As far as the offensive line and who will take the greatest step, the biggest step forward, I think it'll be Nicholas Petit-Frere. And I mean, he had a good season last year. I want to see him. I think next season he'll come more into form, and he'll be a key part of the offensive line. And he'll come, he'll be the guy that we want all our offensive linemen to be. He's big, pushing people off the line. I'm looking for Nicholas Petit-Frere to have a great season next year. I'm looking for our whole offensive line to have a great year. But I say watch out for NPF, and I'm rooting for that guy. What you got on that question, Max?
Yeah, man. All right. So, to answer the first part of the question, like you said, I wish Caleb Farley would work out. He's got all the God-given talent in the world. He's got the body for it. But unfortunately, what I see his role in this year is a special teamer or riding the bench, IR. Take your pick. I don't really expect a lot out of him. That's just the way I see it. I think there are a lot of players showing up in camp that might end up not pushing him off the roster, because like I've made points earlier that the Titans would have to pay him $2 million not to play, so that would be stupid to kick him off the roster. But yeah, I think it'll kick him further down the depth chart. As far as the O-line goes, I want to see the most improvement in Brewer. And just basically because he was a terrible left guard, I'm hoping he's a great center.
Right.
But who's going to take the biggest step forward? I think the obvious answer is you want it to be is Nicholas Petit-Frere. But to be honest, if you look at his PFF score, it's not that bad. He actually performed really well.
Yeah, he did.
Even with Nate Davis right next to him, which is a decent guard, but he's not, he's not a great guard, and he's sure not a good pass blocker. So when it came to pass, and that's where his PFF scores pretty darn good, was with the pass blocking, not the run blocking. So I think the person who's going to take the biggest step forward on the offensive line is Andre Dillard.
Okay.
I think Andre Dillard is going to prove to everybody why he was a first-round draft pick in the first place, and he's going to show up big this year. And I think he's going to protect Ryan Tannehill's blindside, keep him upright for the whole season. Yeah. And that's what I'm hoping anyway, is that we get the whole season out of Tannehill and Henry both. If we can do that and get at least, if we get D-Hop, 8 to 10 games out of D-Hop. If we don't get D-Hop, get at least 12 games out of Treylon Burks, and I think we're actually all right in that situation. I think we're okay.
Sounds good to me, man. Sounds good. Hopefully our offensive line can just protect Tanny, please.
Yeah, you know what? We might have to do this next week, Michael. That's a pretty darn good idea.
Hey, that's a hell of a mirror. Shout out to Mike.
Yeah.
Man. That's a hell of a memory, man. I'll never forget that game, man. Gary Anderson came and nailed that thing with the little one-face mask, man. I never forget, man. Shout out to Mike for that one, man. That's a legend too, man.
I was gonna say good legend pick, Michael. And not only that, man, I don't know if you know this, but the Titans would not let that man retire. For the longest time. He was the oldest.
We wanted him to retire. We wanted him to kick as long as he could, man.
He retired, I think, 2 or 3 times. I can't remember exactly how many, but we kept like, all right, come, we need you, come back. And he would come out of retirement and come back and kick for us.
Like you said, Mike, he came off a fishing boat to kick that one, man, and he nailed it. He nailed it.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
We got a couple special teams legends, man. Craig Hendricks, man. Rob Baronis. What was
shout out to Rob, man.
Yeah, and we had a couple of kickers. Al Del Greco.
That Ryan Suckup was a good kicker. I mean, a lot of man,
we had a couple of them, man. What was Damn, number 6, man, from the kicker. Number 6.
Brett Kern?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, man.
Damn, that was like one of my favorite kickers. I can't forget. I'm
Al Del Greco?
Not Al Del Greco. It was after Al Del Greco. He actually had a kick to beat the Steelers in the playoffs a couple years ago. Man, I'm having a brain fart. But man, we got plenty of special teams. Mark Mariani, Pac-Man Jones.
I was gonna say, yeah, Pac-Man.
He had a couple returns. Man, I gotta find dude's name because that's gonna bother me.
Well, right now is the fan segment. Y'all want to get on here, shout out anything?
Joe Nedney.
Joe Nedney. Okay.
Joe Nedney. That was gonna bother the crap out of me, Joe Nedney. But yeah, man, go on and take us home, Max.
But anyway, I think we have actually hit the hour mark already. I guess we got a little carried away with the BAM. I did want to say, hang on just a second. Let me play this for y'all. If y'all have never heard Bam Rich, y'all got to hear this just for a second, just for a little bit.
Check it. Shout out Bam, man. Awesome drum player.
Check this out.
Okay, Bam. I see you, Bam.
Yeah, man. I'm telling y'all, he is fire, man. If y'all ain't seen him, man, y'all got to check him out at Bam Rich on Instagram, Twitter. I think he's on Facebook too. Yeah, check him out, man. He's really cool. I guess that's going to do it for tonight.
Yeah, man, great show. We appreciate all the fans jumping on with the comments, everybody who came in and watched us. Shout out again to Bam Rich, our first guest right here on the Titans Fans Battle Podcast, man. And hey, man, it's been another good week, man. I appreciate you rocking with me, Max.
Yes,
man,
sir.
It's like we say every week, man. It's only up from here. Shout out to the Fan Battle Network, for having us, letting us do this thing, man. And, hey, man, just keep rocking with us, man. It's only going up, man.
That's right. Tell them where to find you at, man.
Hey, man, y'all can find me on Facebook, Flame Douglas. I'm trying to get my more socials, y'all, so just bear with me. Also, we also have a Titans Fan Battle Podcast Facebook. You can follow us there, share stuff there. We try to get as much stuff as we can on there. And what about you, Max?
Yeah, man, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all Maximus Titan Fan. Yeah, man, and I'm also on YouTube. But anyway, this is the Titans Fan Battle Podcast, and we are out.
Sign up.
Sign up, everybody.
Serving up them Hail Marys till the game over with the showstopper. So hot you gotta blow on it. I said I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll pass to my